When it came to AI generated contents, the ChatGPT dominated and then Google responded with Bard. There are differences between Bard and ChatGPT 4, despite the fact that they might carry out some comparable activities. What are they? Let's find out. Hi everyone, I welcome you all to today's session in ChatGPT 4 versus Google Bard. In today's session, we are going to look at some insights about the ChatGPT 4 and Google Bard and compare them. So let's find out. But before we go ahead, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Edureka YouTube channel to never miss out on any updates from us. Also, to receive further updates on the upcoming videos, please hit the bell icon. And if you're looking for Advanced Artificial Intelligence course certification, do check out the link given in the description. Let's move ahead, guys. Now let's talk about and compare two of the most booming AI language models that are now getting the most attention across multiple industries, which are Google Bard and ChatGPT. Whether it's in tech sector or in education, everyone is debating which language is superior. Although Google released Bard after ChatGPT 3, its imperfection and its unstable security system prevented it from having much of an impact. You know that Bard and ChatGPT 4 use natural language processing, which lets the user enter a prompt or a question and have you respond in a way that seems like a human answer. However, there is a significant distinction that comes down to the data sources and model they were trained on. Let's find out. With the use of Google's language model for dialogue applications like LaMDA, Google Bard is able to respond to queries with information in real time from the internet. On the other hand, ChatGPT employs a generative pre-training, which is trained using the data from the latest data sources, depending on versions you're using. While OpenAI's GPT is built on text functions, Google Lambdas is built for conversation. You see, both the models make a transformer architecture, which is neural network that processes sequential input. Lambda, however, was trained on infinity set, a data set which is focused on dialogue, unlike ChatGPT 3 and 4, which were trained on a vast data set of text from the internet, which contain novels, papers, and documents from the open internet. While GPT is able to understand and produce a variety of text for different purposes, Lambda was created specifically to conduct more open-ended and genuine discussion with people, for which as a result, Lambda is skilled at reading the true purpose of requests from us as users as well as complexity of the content. In order to accomplish this, the Google team created structured clusters which have high-level concepts and subjects, which were then applied to the model's decision-making during response. You should also know that Lambda's responses are designed to be incredibly realistic and resembling human speech in a way which makes it impossible to tell them apart from the actual people. Like you and I, it has the ability to change perspective when the user changes the topic. Having said that, it is excessively sincere and claims that it has feelings, which is frightening. The next point of difference is Bard may illustrate from the web, while ChatGPT can write a lot of material from its pre-training. Just like you can ask questions with ChatGPT right now, users will be able to ask Bard questions on a variety of topics such as recipe, party planning advice, or historical occurrences, and many such. The primary difference is that Bard may use real-time data from the internet to get response which is tempting. When it comes to the current affairs and research, Bard will possibly present more accurate and current information. Bard is meant to be more sophisticated personal assistant than ChatGPT, but also it comes to the fact that unexpected error can always be called into question about its reliability factor. On the other hand, ChatGPT succeeds in text-based tasks like creating emails or articles, as well as coming up with concepts for content marketing. ChatGPT is a simple text tool, but it's also not ideal. It occasionally provides unclear explanation, which are an example, and also does so even when you specifically ask it not to. Crazy, right? Next, let's come to the third, which is Bard provides a more pleasant experience for user, which can be a differentiating factor. In terms of Bard's user-friendly interface, Bard is miles ahead on that. You can edit your questions after you ask them and read several responses that it prepares, in addition to the fact that it looks nicer and has formatted text rather than ChatGPT's chunky text. No matter how complicated a subject is, Bard's capacity to summarize material into an understandable style means that it could someday improve how people seek for information. Also, Google has already made hints about the possibility of integrating Bard with Google Search, which can come of daily use, so that you can get some insight into the viewpoints and then AI will simplify complex topics and written knowledge in digestible formats. On the other hand, Microsoft has already included some of the OpenAI's modified GPT-4 model into Bing, giving consumers a ChatGPT-like experience. Another drawback of ChatGPT is user must sign up for a waiting list in order to get the entire experience. So it's still very restricted in terms of all. Summarizing all this, when we talk about which one of Bard or ChatGPT is superior, you should know that ChatGPT and Google Bard were both created with small distinctions in mind when comparing the two. Where ChatGPT excels at producing and summarizing content, Google Bard excels at presenting relevant details to your queries. Although both tools are still in the infancy, only time will tell which performs better than the other. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to hit the bell icon to stay notified for further updates, and if you like the video, do hit the like button, and like always, stay tuned for more and happy learning.
I hope you have enjoyed listening to this video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries, and we will reply them at the earliest. Do look out for more videos in our playlist and subscribe to Edureka channel to learn more. Happy learning!